What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. You see where we're at again. Hopefully this should be the last day, and the plan is to get everything done today. So what do we got? The intake manifold, injectors, ice box, running the lines for the intercooler and the heat exchanger, putting the exhaust back together, cleaning things up a little bit. What else? Oh, the radiator, put the radiator back in, and the condenser with the transcooler. I think that's kind of about it. I showed you the list in the last video. But we're about to go inside, start making things happen. I'll get as much video as I can, but like I said, I'm helping out Mike as well, so I do tend to miss a few things. Like I missed him putting on the air conditioned compressor and the alternator. So sorry I missed that, but I'm gonna try and catch as much as I can. Like I said, I'm helping him out doing little things that he would normally be doing, so he can focus on getting the build done. But let's get to it. Alrighty folks, I'm holding up progress a little bit. So here's what we did with the Holley Hi-Ram. So we got the gaskets in all the way around. We got a little RTB on there, make sure we don't leak. So we're gonna use this one as the brake vacuum. Yep. We're gonna use this one, we're gonna get the SRT4 air intake sensor, because it's a screw in and it'll fit right in there. And then we got the 3-bar map sensor back here. Hopefully you can see it right there. And then we're using these 2 side ports, one right here and one right here, for the catch can. And right now we got the regular oil cap. I'm gonna have to find another vented oil cap, because that one, the threads are different. So it doesn't quite fit in there very well. So it's gonna be capped off now, but I'm gonna look and get another vented oil cap. Now we're working on the intercooler side. So you notice we got the one with the gap for the seal, for the gasket. Seal, gasket, whatever you want to call it, goes around here, and the lid goes on this side. So the other side of the intercooler is flat. It doesn't have, because it's going to seal up to this one, to the one on the bottom of the intake. So Mike right now is just setting up all the hardware. Then we'll plop the intercooler on the intake, and then we'll go get the top of the intake, and we'll put the top on. And then it's ready to put on the car.
Sorry, my finger got damaged yesterday.
We had a small casualty when we were putting the engine in. So there's part of the hardware. I mean, there is a lot of hardware.
You can see here is where it's flat, so you obviously want it to mate with the seal, and then leave the top one has a seal ridge on it that we're going to put the lid on. Let's set this guy on.
Line it up as best you can.
I think it was made there.
And I think we got it. Yeah, it looks like it's made to put on there, huh? Looks stock. Stockish. Stockish.
Keyword.
Is your car stock? Yeah, it's stockish. Alright, so all we're doing is putting in the screws. I'm not going to sit here and let you all watch him put in 8 screws and nuts. So We'll be back in a second. All right, after a go around or two, we probably should have read the instructions, but after a go around or two, we got the intercooler on. Like I said, here's the map sensor. This is going to be for the SRT4 intake air temperature sensor, and this is for the brake booster, the vacuum for the brake booster. So we got another part to order. Hopefully we have it back pretty quick, and so we're gonna tighten down the intercooler and put the lid on. All right, so he's putting the seal in around the top, and you got to cut it because they give you a little extra long one. Put them right there, I think. And then what we're gonna do is dab RTB all the way around, especially where they meet, because if it's gonna leak, probably that's where it's gonna leak. So we'll definitely put a good glob of RTB right there and just dab it around, just to make sure everything seals up good, and then we'll put the lid on. All right, you got the two little studs in the back, top goes on, shebang, and then it's just taking the bolts. And I'm not going to show you putting on 10 bolts because that's just a waste of time. So there it is, bottom, intercooler, top, and plenty of air going to come in through there, boys. We got plenty of air coming in there. All right, so what we'll do is we'll get this together, and then we'll look at putting it on the car. So here's something Don messed up on. Mike saved the day. We had to find some screws, some bolts. But if you buy a Holley Hi-Ram, it's going to come with the LS bolt pattern. So make sure you buy the Hellcat pattern adapter, or the Mopar adapter. Hellcat adapter, right? So that's right here. So this is Mopar Hellcat pattern. This is LS pattern. So you gotta have the adapter.
And they're both 105 millimeter.
And they're both 105 millimeter. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So Don screwed that up. Mike saved the day. It's the little things that get you, folks. But so we got everything on there now. Time to pick it up and move it to the car. Okay, I stand corrected. We're gonna do the injectors and the fuel rails first. So Mike already test fitted this one, just to make sure we're on the same sheet. And that's just a little goopity goo. Make things a little easier to go together.
We don't rip them. The last time we wanted to rip the O-ring.
Yeah, because I tell you, they were hard coming out.
Yeah. Just a little bit of white lithium grease. If you get a little bit on there, it's the O-rings. Oh, I found a torn one right there. That's why we do it. I'm gonna replace this O-ring.
All right, we're gonna replace the O-ring. We'll be back. He'll put the other one in, and then I'll get him putting the fuel rails on. Oh wait. All right, injector's going in, folks.
Now Holley has it set up. If you come on this side,
Man, how easy was that?
you have two bolts here, so that's actually set up for the shorter pedestal injectors, or if you have the steps on them to where you can actually bolt it here or that. That's why it's there. So
there you go. So Holley's looking out for you, whether you got short injectors or a little bit taller injectors. You got two bolt holes for taller injectors, shorter injectors. Hey, how simple is that? We're gonna do the other side, and then we go to the car. Then we go to the car. The boss says we go to the car next. Dun 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 dun. Try and block the wind noise. So he already put the studs in the block. Get all the injector plugs out of the way. Boom, call it a day. I don't know if y'all saw the pictures on Instagram, but we'll go around for a little video. Oh, we didn't have the throttle body on for the Instagram. Woo, look at that big mamma jamma right there, boy. Lots of air coming in. All right, we got a few more things to run. Obviously the fuel stuff we got to run too. Yeah, so stay tuned. We're gonna keep on working. All right, folks, I know I've been slacking on the video, slacking a lot on the video. So we got the radiator in. So this is Engineering Cooling Products, 2-inch radiator. Here's the condenser, trans cooler, fans in the back. There wasn't much room before. There really isn't much room now. Probably ain't no changing the belt without dropping the fans, because it's super tight in there. Apologize, didn't get us putting nuts and bolts in for the radiator. But one thing, if you do go with the Engineered Cooling Products radiator, what you're gonna have to do is, because this mount and this hole don't match up, you got to drill just a little bit below that hole, drill it out so you can mount it up. Same thing over here. There's just one mount point down here at the bottom to hold this in. But we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, Mike, go ahead and do your thing, buddy. How you say? Measure once, drill once. That's measuring and drilling at the same time, folks. Now he's just gonna drill it out a little bit bigger. We got a little nut and bolt, hold it in place, and we're in business. So we got all the injectors hooked up. I know we got fan noise. We got all the injectors hooked up. We got all the coil packs hooked up. We got the coolant tank hooked up. Let's see over here. Same thing. We got all the fueling done. We did have to rebuild one fuel line to make it a little bit longer to reach over here, but everything else we finagled it to make it work. We got the pressure regulator, fuel pressure regulator hooked up, all the lines. So literally all the fuel lines are hooked up. Almost all of the electronics. We'll get the fans and we'll get the fan stuff here in a minute. But yeah, we're getting closer to where we can start looking at the heat exchanger, the ice tank, and the lines for the ice tank. So I'll get you those in a minute. Alrighty, folks, we had to get kind of creative to get the heat exchanger mounted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reuse the brackets from the ProCharger intercooler to mount the heat exchanger. So these are actually the brackets off of the ProCharger. Okay. And what's nice is they happen to be right at the end. They got the threaded holes for the heat exchanger. So it just works out perfect. We can use the ProCharger brackets. And what's nice about this is also I have a tow hook that goes right here in the center or down here, one or the other, I can't remember. But so we're gonna put the tow hook in as well while we got the bumper off. So that's what it's gonna look like, folks. Shake and bake in all her glory. Mike Starck taking all the credit. Starck's Performance and Maintenance, folks. Whatever you need, Doesn't matter, make, model, year, whatever, doesn't matter. Mike can take care of you. Whatever your maintenance needs, performance needs, whatever the case, Mike can take care of you. Mike can figure it out. Guys out there shooting fireworks. But, all right, so we'll be back once we do the tow hook. All right, I'm just gonna talk loud and keep talking so we don't have to worry about being cut off by the music. But here's what we're doing. So like I said, the ProCharger mounts we use to mount the heat exchanger up top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come, the plan is to bring the ice water in the back, come through, come out here, come around, down into the heat exchanger, out of the heat exchanger, back to the ice tank. So ice tank to the back, comes out the front, goes in this side of the heat exchanger, out this side, back to the ice tank. So that's the plan. We're just starting to wire things, or pipe things in now. We're done wiring stuff for now until we get to the water pump. All right, folks, we debated back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, talked to a couple different people. We just said, screw it. We're gonna take out the cabin filter for now. I think what we may do later is figure out how to way to cut it out and keep put the cabin filter back in. But for right now, what we're gonna do is run heat exchanger back through here, back through where the glove box is, and then back into the back where the ice tank's gonna be. The same thing with the cold line. Is gonna go back out the same way to the back of the car. So that's the way we're running the piping. You know, some people say run it underneath the car. We looked at that and just, it wasn't making sense to either one of us. So I was like, just cut the box, let's take the box out, make a hole, run it all the way back, and that's just the way we're gonna do it. So we may wrap up this video, and then the ice tank and pump, we'll make that another video. So that's gonna do it for this, folks. If you're stopping in for the first time, please check out the rest of the channel. If you like the rest of the channel, do me them few things: like, subscribe, smash the bell, shoot me a comment, share it on your social media. I'll definitely appreciate it. Shake and Bake will definitely appreciate it. Mike will definitely appreciate it, because that money goes straight through Shake and Bake to Mike. That's it for this one. Till next time, adios.